Hi, 213. I wanted to show you how you're going to complete today's lesson. So you're going to click in your fairy tale writing planning page, and this document is where you're going to be completing all your writing for your beginning, your middle, and your end. So today you're only going to be looking at the beginning. Do not go ahead. Sit at the top says lesson 9. Do not fill this out until April 20th, so which is today. So first thing you're going to look at is the beginning, which is opening sentence. And you're going to click into the text box. And what you want to think about is how each of the fairy tales start. So we all know that they all start with once upon a time. So I'm going to start mine off with once upon a time there lived, and I'm going back to what I had my characters from previous lessons on April 6th and 7th, and I chose my setting to be a jungle, and I chose my characters to be dinosaurs. So once upon a time, there lived 3 young stegosauruses and their mother and their mom. Okay, so that's all I'm writing for my beginning, because we all know that each of the fairy tales that we've been reading or that you've been listening to, there's always the 3 good characters and their mom that they lived with. Next, it says, where does the story take place? Well, same thing like I did for my setting, I'm going to write exactly what I wrote. So they lived in a hot, steamy jungle that was filled with thick, colorful plants. And this I took directly off from my setting worksheet. Next, it says, who are my 3 good characters? Choose one character trait to describe them. So this is still going back to your character planning page. So my first one was Steg, and I said that he was goofy, lazy, and hated doing work. Then I chose Spike. And then I'm going to give my character traits: smart, impatient, loves working out. And my last one is Chomper, which is the most smart one. Remember, we talked about the characters, how there's always one that's not so smart, and then there's another one that's the smartest, that they build the most clever house. So Chomper is very intelligent. He's a hard worker, and he enjoys building. Building things. Next, I'm going to go on to what are the 3 main characters going to go out on their own? Well, remember, in a lot of the stories that we listened to, their mom basically kicked them out. So I'm going to choose the same thing. Their mother told them it was time that they went out into the world and make it on their own. If you remember, in a lot of the stories, the mom basically kicked them out and told them that they were old enough to go out on their own. So a lot of you can copy exactly what I wrote, because that's going to be the gist of mainly all of our beginnings. What advice or warning does the mother give them? So this is where we talked about how a lot of the times the mother says, beware of the big bad wolf, or in this case, beware of the big bad T-Rex. So their mother, she warns them about the big bad T-Rex. She says, and this is where I'm going to write some dialogue, be careful of the big bad T-Rex, or he will make you dinosaur burgers. out of you. And then I put my exclamation point and my closing quotation mark. So now I'm going to go back and reread my beginning just to make sure I have everything. So once upon a time, there lived young Stegosaurus and their mom. They lived in a hot, steamy jungle, and this is why we go back and reread, that was filled with thick, colorful plants. And then my three characters, I have Steg, who's goofy, lazy, hated doing work. Spike, Chomper, very intelligent. Their mother told them it was time that they went out into the world and make it on their own. And what advice or warning does she go into? She warns them about the big bad T-Rex. She said, this is my beginning of my dialogue, quotation mark, and I have a capital letter. Be careful, the big bad T-Rex, or he will make you dinosaur. He will make, so this is why we go back, dinosaur burgers out of you. Okay.